Inferno, one of the biggest lands in Europe. So getting into it, Gob B is going to be taking point up here at top banana, but Alternate will be starting on the T side, having lost that knife. No surprise that Nip decided to go on the defense and start off with the CT side.
You know, that's what they want to do, of course. And Alternate getting a little bit of control of apartments here, just trying to see if they can force NIP back. Forest holding close towards quad, and I think this is going to be a really explosive play from Alternate. I think once they peek at Forest here, they're all going to keep going for him. And yeah, they just do run around the corner. Forest playing it smartly, using the angles here to work against the Alternate team. But it's going to be SMN picking up the first kill on Forest. Now down to the pit, Exist is still alive, looking for a return frag on somebody. He's taking a fight with everyone all at once. And Sonics comes jumping down, almost gets a second kill here. The bomb has been planted, but Alternate, they're trapped inside the bomb site.
Freiburg still takes a man with him. That was so important. And Exist is still alive in the pit. It's a one-on-one. Tizhen is alive sitting on that bomb plant. And there is a kit he can pick up here somehow. Freiburg, I think, had it for Nip, so Exist is going to just try and rush down Tizhen, see if he can get on this fast enough, but he's running out of time, and Tizhen lands the headshot. Exist can't quite find the shot after living through everything in the pit. He just couldn't get it done.
Great round from Alternate. That was... I love that play. That was so simple. There was nothing flashy about what they just did. They came out of apartments with one guy. That was Sonics jumping out there. And everyone else ran out by quad. And once they had the engagement, they didn't stop. They didn't give NIP a lot of time to make any rotation. And that worked out.
Yeah, uncharacteristic there, Forrest, actually. He was the point man for Nip. He was backed up by Exist, and Nip really tried to play the hard counter to this, which was have two guys alive in pit. They didn't get smoked off, so if those guys are alive in pit, they're going to be a real thorn in Alternate side. But Forrest is going to be the point man, seeing as how he's on the site, and he wasn't really able to land a shot. If he had picked up one guy there, that could have made the difference for Nip. But Alternate will walk away with the pistol. Aprox dropping down to 12 HP, though, so not the best start from him. But Biflarn has been spotted out in bedroom, and he's going to get picked off.
Forest having a deagle and Geralt having a scout, which on Inferno is a little bit strange. I think he has already hit one person with it, but so far Alternate doing a decent job of playing the anti-eco, which is worth mentioning because a lot of teams do fail quite miserably at playing these anti-eco rounds, and it costs them dearly. Freiburg goes down, that's all the way over at Banana, and now it's just Forest and Get left.
Get right with that scout. He's still looking for a target. You got to admire Alternate right now, playing so patiently, so safe. They aren't giving any targets they get to work with here. And that's what it's all about at this point. They just want to make sure that they don't give anything away. They don't want to open it up. Forrest is going to have the deke, though. He's going to pick one kill, but Gob B will find Get Right with that scout, and now they know. Alternate not wasting any time at all. They go straight to the B site. They know that that's where Get Right plays. Forrest is still somehow finding kills, though.
Yeah, that's a bit of a shame for Gob B that he got... that he couldn't make it around the corner then.
And Forrest should be able to find a gun. Yeah, he's got the Galil now. So this is nice. This is a nice play here from Forrest, actually. He can consider this a one round as far as he's concerned. 2 kills and a gun is pretty good.
Yeah, he's not going to go for exit frags, which can't really blame him for.
No, this is the smart play to make from him. I mean, 1v3 walking into it at half HP, no Kevlar, no nades. It would be an insanely difficult retake for him. But him getting the 2 parting shots with the Deagle and holding onto a Galil, that's a lot of money. We can see his money just jumps up. He's got 2,800 value on him right now.
Yeah. So the fish aren't going to be surviving this round. I bet Forrest is pretty going to throw that Galil over to a teammate and then keep the Deagle, because it makes more sense to spread the weaponry more evenly. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what we're going to see. A little bit paranoid down there.
Yeah, at this point, we could even see Forrest just go for Kevlar if he wanted to. Maybe not helmet armor, but he could definitely pick up Kevlar and just try and make that Galil work for himself. Drops that Deeg to Freiburg, for example, because Freiburg is a monster with the Deeg. So right now we have Alternate on your screens, and so far they're off to a really good start here on Inferno. First map of this tournament, they're already up 2-0 versus Nip, and you're right, Get Right will get dropped at FAMAS. Or not the FAMAS, rather, the Galil.
Yeah, it makes a lot more sense to do that. Forrest is going to keep it, but you are right about Freiburg. He's a sick dealer, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's gonna end up in his hands later on anyway.
Yeah, Freiburg hard eco for him. Forrest, Deagle. I mean, Exist actually spends another $300 here with the P250, so Nip still feeling comfortable enough to go ahead and invest a little bit of money. But this Galil is going to be great for them if they can just find a target. And so far, it's on the B site. Nip changing up their positioning as well. Get Right is usually playing the position that Freiburg is in right now. Freiburg is usually the guy who falls back over into new boxes, but this is why. They've actually boosted Get Right up here in the corner. This is sick.
Now, did he get boosted or did he boost himself?
That's a good question, because Olfmeister apparently can boost himself up there. But still, that is just the ninja play right there. They're living up to their names.
It's a good idea, but it rarely ever really pays off. And I guess right now it definitely won't, because Alternate are making their way towards the A bomb site. The thing is, if they're around Archway, Forrest is actually over there with the Deagle, and that's a really good position. I think he's halfway covered by the statue that's over there. So Forrest could definitely pick up a quick kill. This is still a little bit scary for Alternate. But they're going to go in, unless Cement goes down. That's Fiflaren with the USPS. They will take care of him, but it's another kill coming in from Exist. And right now, they're just trading a lot.
Yeah, that's good enough right now. Great opening frag there by Fiflaren. That's going to start things off strong here for Nip. Get Right going to be rotating in through mid. So Tijan is going to be the man who's listening for Get Right, essentially. He's going to hear steps by short as well, and that's going to be Freiburg picked up. It's going to be Get Right now around this corner, and Tijan, he seems to know. He heard him stepping.
Yeah, he's playing this position really well, Tijan. That's just nice to see. Alta, yeah, losing a couple of players, but they don't panic. They're just playing a calm game right now. Gerai goes down as well, and Forrest is going to be dropped, so no Galil saved either. And that's a third round for Alternate. I'm impressed already. When you're playing a team at this caliber on land, you got to expect there's going to be a lot of nerves on the Alternate team. But right now, they're not showing it, and that's exactly how they want to do it. They have the AWP right now picked up on a prox, and it's going to be NIP with just pure rifles. No scope rifles right now.
Yeah, no scoped rifles for them. Just not really willing to crack the money. They'd much rather have the nades, and this is smart play from them, really. Just get the nades, go for the flash. Let's see. He gets control of Banana, because they've actually gone for the smoke at bottom Banana here, Nip. He's got backing from Get Right as well. So this is Freiburg basically just taking point here for Nip. But Alternate, they know exactly how to counter this play. They're just going to go ahead and look to get control of apartments at this point.
The king of Banana, right?
The king of Banana is here. And I mean, we have to see. Freiburg, it feels like it's been a long time since we've seen him with those dominant streaks in Banana. But then at the same time, it's just teams are getting so good at holding these positions now that Freiburg can't just walk in and have his way with them. He has to actually earn it these days.
He does. A very slow round coming out here from the German team. Taking it, yeah, very relaxed. Just waiting for NIP to make a mistake and peek somewhere. But right now they're not. You can see that the CT side is really defensive.
Wow.
Oh my god, that's a sick opening from SMN. But Freiburg with a double return, going for a third one. Get Right's going to be there about with that one. And now it is going to be a 2-on-3. It's still not lost for Alternate, but they need this next kill to go in their favor, and it's not going to happen. Get Right will take down a prox, and now it's SMN left. That opening should have been Alternate's spark.
Yeah, and it seems like they wanted to try and perhaps speed up everywhere across the map after SMN got that frag. See if they can't catch Nip off guard, but Freiburg and Get Right playing it magnificently in that position. Freiburg in particular with the double spray down, Get Right helping out as well. 4 kills between the two of them over on Banana is just excellent. But Forrest is now going to be the point of contention here. He's going to spot him out. 10 seconds left. Forrest putting shots in, and he doesn't get the kill. There's actually only going to be barely enough time here to get this bomb plant down, but he comes off of it.
Yeah, that is a real shame for SMN, because he could have kept it down and got his team the $800 bonus then. And even if he had killed Forrest, he would have still lost the round. So I'm not sure that was really worth it. That opening, though, from SMN is still... That was a really nice pre-fire. He saw in his mind's eye that Fiflaren was going to be right there. And Alternate already unable to buy here. And if we bring up the scoreboard real quick, I'm wondering... Oh, flashed. Yeah, so the $800 bonus would have made a difference. They could have actually probably been able to force it up if they had got that bonus.
Yeah, exactly. That money makes a big difference when it comes down to it, because that's a set of nades right there if you can afford the Galil. Oh, Aprox with a great headshot, and they're going to catch Get Right before he can get around the corner, but Exist is now here to plug the gap, and he's going to do a magnificent job of it. Double spray for him, and it's down to Tijan, but Tijan has now got an M4 to play with. He's going to back off and play this smart. He's got the bomb, and he's now got a rifle.
Yeah, he's also trapped in here, so he's going to have to try and kill Fiflaren, and that won't happen. Swedish player just sticking to it and having a good angle. So second round for NIP. Now Alternate can buy, plant or no plant. They're going to be able to do it here. And they do have enough for an AWP if they wanted it. TCN could have dropped one for a prox, but they're going to go all AKs. And I think that's a reasonable choice.
Yeah, faster play. They're going to be more mobile like this. They don't have to rely on that AWP to get an entry frag for them, perhaps. So they want to be able to just speed up behind anything that shows itself, pretty much, Alternate. If they can get a frag, they're going to want to put pressure. God B is actually going to get naded and mollied down. So again, that nade pressure coming out here from Nip. They're really not willing to give Alternate this the control of Banana in the early game. They want to get control of this part of the map so that they can start setting up on the other side.
Yeah. NIP, they succeed in doing it. Alternate were trying to fight for it initially, but it's kind of no point when all those grenades are raining in. Now instead, they're going to go for some control in the apartments, which is... you got to have something somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Either Banana or apartments. Just going straight up middle without controlling anything else is a little bit of a risk, unless you make it a rush.
And this is crazy control coming out here from Nip as well. They're just willing to play so passively. Back up onto the site, about as far back as you can get. There's the molly. That's going to wake SMN up, and that actually buys a lot of time. 4 players here for Nip. Smoke goes down, and it's going to be Forrest actually peeking forward on short, and this is a risk. He could get punished, but he does get the parting headshot on SMN.
And now they've got everyone on this bomb site. I'm not sure what Alternate needs to do. I think maybe just keep a couple of people here and see if NIP are going to re-peek them, and then go back to B. That seems like a slightly better choice. Yeah, and they do leave 1 guy, so that's really important here. Sonics, though, I think he has to be a little bit more offensive than he is. He's still playing it too defensively, and now he's actually walking all the way back. So I think this is going to be really hard now for Alternate.
Well, good rotation there from Nip. They're going to manage to get 1 guy over here. That's going to be Get Right in construction. He's going to try and cut up this site with Freiburg. As soon as they cross this line, Get Right's going to be here, and there you go. Shoots 1 in the back. 10 seconds left. If they can stop the bomb plant, it's perfect. And Freiburg with the double spray, double headshot, and Alternate will lose this round. They've run out of time. Zonix. Oh, no, they just barely get the bomb plant in time.
They did get the bomb down, but there's
that
nothing
was a
he could do.
split-second deal. I thought that they had managed to cancel that.
It looked like it because there was grenade training in as well, but no, they do manage to do it. So
dramatic zoom in on Exist, calling out the shots.
I'm wondering how that could have worked out differently. I still think if Alternate had kept 1 guy over at A, if nothing else, try and pick off the people that were going to rotate from A to B. Just, I don't know, having everyone at B, especially because the way Sonics played it, he was just kind of far behind, and he wasn't really fulfilling much of a role the way he was standing, so a little bit of a shame.
No. Alternate not having enough money to buy up this round. They're just going to go for this straight CZ75. McFarlane gets mowed down when he's faced by 3 pistols, and this is going to be brutal. Freiburg has picked off the blocks on the other side. Good play there by Forrest. Despite being flashed, he's managing to hold this position, and the bomb gets dropped right in front of him like a party favor. Last man alive is going to be Zonix, and he's on the site, manages to take Exist with him. So actually, all in all, not too bad a Nico round here coming out from Team Alternate. They do manage to get 2 kills. So anything they can do right now to keep Nip's money in check is going to be considered a win for Alternate, because we do actually have 3 of them starting to get pretty decent banks. 4 of them still, although Exist is yet to buy. Exist is going to buy here. That's going to drop him down a little bit lower. Right now, you have to admire the control that Nip are going for here in Banana. They're really not willing to give it up too early to Alternate. Nades go down, and Godbia once again getting dropped so low, and he's going to burn to death.
Oh,
Big mistake there.
Yeah, that's not a fun way to start a round. Flash goes in, Prox almost getting peeked there by Get Right, but he's still going to be moving forward. Now they do need a return frag, and preferably a little bit fast.
Oh, look at this, though. This man really trying to cause a diversion over there, but Get Right gets flashed in. Not going to stick around to take that shot. It's going to be Freiburg to pick up the kill. And that tag team duo over on the B site right now, Nip, are playing that marvelously. Alternate really struggling to land the shots when they need to. SMN, however, he's been doing so well for Alternate throughout the beginning of this half. Gets picked off by Forrest as he's peeking around through apartments. And it's going to be Tizjan alive in a 1v5 coming up on quad. Forrest is waiting right around the corner. And it's actually going to be Forrest and Exist peeking at the same time. So good, clean kill there.
All right, so that round was a really bad one for Alternate, of course. They didn't kill a single member of NIP, so now the Swedes have way more money to work with. And the problem here is that up until this point, it felt like Alternate had a chance of getting through if they could just land, you know, 1 more opening kill. That would have been enough here. But when you play around like that, it's gotta, psychologically, it's gotta bring you down a fair bit. And this time, they don't go for the aggression over a Banana. Alternate, taking it slowly, they don't want to run into any kind of issues here. And LIP, on the other hand, are also playing extremely defensively.
Yeah, both teams, in fact, really changing up the pace here. So Nip trying to keep Alternate on their toes. They don't want to become too predictable, chucking nades down every time so that Alternate can expect those nades. Nip decide to play it passive 1 round, and they're playing passive all over the place. Although, one thing that's different, because Nip don't actually put the smoke down at bottom Banana and fight to get control of Banana, Forrest did start out in apartments there to see if he could pick anybody up from Alternate. But again, they're going to fall right back down to passive positions, and Alternate are going to be able to get some good control on the map.
And for the kind of setup that they're running right here, there is actually an opening for a pretty cool B split push if they manage to smoke off towards Library and then split B, but Alternate can't really know that right now. If they keep pushing like this, they might get the information that that's going on. God B's going to flash himself through the smoke, and are they going to be able to find anyone? It's Exist around the corner. A lot of grenades raining in here, and it's a great headshot from God B. Going for a second one. He spots a guy down in pit. That's great information, and that's going to be the Forest going down. SMN will pick up that one, and Flowen falls next up. Perfect take for Alternate. That was a beautiful round, and Gerai is nothing he could do. Get some exit kills, maybe, but winning the round is not an option any longer.
Oh, he just barely misses out on the shot on Aprox. He's going to have an AK now, but they know exactly where he is, Alternate. One thing for Alternate, I mean, it would be good to be able to get this rifle off of NIP, off of Get Right, but NIP have plenty of money to buy up in the next round, whereas Alternate are strapped for cash. They're going to reset everything here. They're going to get just win bonus money at this point, but they can't really afford to be giving up rifles right now.
Now, the one weakness that I was talking about, which is why I said a B-split push could have been a thing, was because Exist was holding so far back towards Library instead of further up towards Archway. So the reason why this works out for them anyways, because when they throw those flashes, instead of Exist being able to actually take the fight with them, he gets forced even further back, and eventually NIP, instead of really defending the bomb site, they get locked inside the bomb site. And Alternate, they come in from all angles. The only guy that could have stopped that from happening, except for, Exist staying alive longer than he did, was the guy down in Pit. The Pit guy can defend that bomb site for a while, but the people inside the bomb site have a really hard time of doing it.
It was nicely done by SMN getting out on balcony so fast. As soon as God B was putting pressure over on Long, SMN picks off Forrest from balcony in that pit. So NIP just kind of got picked apart there really quickly. Freiburg rotating around through Arch got nailed instantly as well by Aprox. So it really did just look very clean there for Alternate. That's what they're aiming for here. They're up on 4 rounds now. They just need a couple more in this half to really start feeling comfortable. So if they can pick up another one, NIP are going to be starting to feel a little bit of the hurt as far as their economy is concerned. So opportunity here for Alternate to really turn the tide.
Oh, Get Right. Flashing himself through. He's still blind, but he's still picking up that kill on TC. That's got to be annoying for Alternate. And right now NIP have a very good setup to deal with what's coming here. Backup is coming Forrest with the AWP, and there's a guy down in Pit still, so this is not looking too bad for the Swedish team.
Well, Get Right lives with 15 HP. SMN, they know he's on short now. And Get Right's actually jumped up on the box to get an angle into apartments, but is it going to be Zonix? Is Zonix going to spot him? And yes, Zonix does. He gets tagged first, but he does manage to pick up that kill on Get Right. So back to a 4-on-4 situation, and this favors Alternate.
But the time, 30 seconds, is not a lot here. If Flaren's going to take down SMN, they got to commit to something, and it's going to be the B push. They're leaving, again, one guy behind, which I think is a good idea, but this revolves all of it right now on Freiburg not going down quick here for NIP, and he's going to peek them out already, so they know what's coming. 15 seconds left. Aprox goes down. God B wanting to get up here, kill Freiburg and put the bomb down, and it doesn't happen.
Not meant to be. Forrest is already in position to stop Zonix from coming around that corner as well. Easy shot for him. And NIP just bouncing right back in this situation. We see how focused Alternate are right now as well. So.
Yeah. A little bit of frustration, I think.
There might be. I mean, this is still very clear.
You can't blame them either, because as it is right now, NIP has been winning. I mean, we're in the 11th round here, and they've been winning almost 6 rounds in a row. There's the 1 round where Alternate took it, so 5 rounds in a row for NIP, and then they're back on track. And Alternate are in a bit of a tight spot right here, because if they lose this upcoming round, they're going to be ecoing, no doubt.
Yeah, that's the thing. Right now, they've probably spent every dime they've got. And actually, if we can bring up the scoreboard very rapidly here to take a look at the money. Yeah. So, Alternate, not much money, and still good bank on NIP. That's the real problem here, is that Alternate... Okay, we can take down the scoreboard. But, like, now that Alternate are just not able to close out those chain rounds versus NIP, it's not going to be easy for them to get those easy eco rounds versus NIP. Because NIP are always going to have bank to be able to actually buy up or force. And that's how Alternate really run away with this first half. If they get NIP to eco, it changes everything.
They're already not doing a bad job, Alternate. If they string one more round here, I think you're right. That eco round for NIP, that's what they're gunning for here. Forrest legging already one, and there's some great grenades raining in. Look how low they all are right now. And if they come... Oh, that's nice. Exist goes down. Fiflaren with a return grenade, though. So it's still going to keep Alternate in a bit of an odd position here. SMN goes down to Get Right. He saw it coming, but he still couldn't land the shot. Now God B is right at the edge, and Get Right will pick up a second kill, leaving Aprox and Sonics here. 2 on 4, and the defense is just a little bit too tight this round.
Fiflaren doing a fantastic job. Forrest with that AWP rotates in, but Fiflaren with 2 frags, one of them a nade, and one of them a very clean kill on short. That's going to set things up perfectly for NIP, and they only lose 1 gun on Exist, and that's about as good as it gets right now for NIP. If they can maintain just losing 1 guy like this per round, look at where their money is. It's obscene. This is very difficult now. They're in a position, or they're getting very close to a position where they won't have to worry about money for the rest of the half. Whereas Alternate, they're forced to eco, and this is just not going to help their situation. Now, coming out of this, NIP should have just mountains of cash, and this should be pretty easy for them to focus on just playing their game without having to worry about the money.
So I think Alternate going for a bit of oh, they were. He drops the bomb over there. I kind of wish they were trying to fake it then, because they were all at B, and then SMN with the bomb over here, but obviously we could see they switched up entirely. It would have been cool if they would try to force NIP to rotate and then just jump into A and put the bomb down or something like that.
Yeah. NIP Yeah, I mean, that's definitely an option. NIP, however, are one of those teams that are just very good at the basics, and one of the basics is don't rotate off a site unless you see the bomb. Once you have the bomb, then you know, okay, the bomb is over on the B site, I go off of A, but until you see that, NIP are very good about not falling for fakes, or at least always leaving one guy behind on a site.
SMN's picked up a rifle, but Get Right's going to take it away from him again. No issue at all. With Crocs and Sonics left here. They've only got the 1 kill and Exist, which is maybe not quite enough for this round.
Oh, Fiflaren. Sonic's doing great damage, but Fiflaren will come out ahead in the end. 2 frags for Fiflaren in this anti-eco, and again, it's only Exist. He still gets 2 kills as a parting gift, but Exist is not really lucky right now. He seems to be the one who always gets caught. But NIP still sitting on good stacks of cash. 2 rounds left in this half. Or 3 rounds, rather. But
we're sort of approaching the very end of the first half here, and Alternate need definitely more than 4 rounds. I think they need to get 6 and even better 7, and that could happen if they start stringing rounds together, but I think 6 rounds has to be the goal here for Alternate. Don't think 5 is enough either.
Forest, this position from Forest could be crucial. They're up in apartments right now, and I don't think they have any idea that Forest is behind them. Don't think Forest was able to see them go by in the smoke either. He could have a great flank position here if only he was able to go out and take a peek. But they're going to come out through Boiler first. Fiflaren with the double spray down, controlling short, doing exactly what he has to do. And Forest is going to be into the rescue, picks off God B. It's going to leave a Prox alone over at Arch for Get Right to pick up. That was about as good as it gets there. Fiflaren with the double kill, really putting a stop to Team Alternate's push.
Oh, man. And then the initial headshot through the smoke over on Banana as well. Just a lot of things working out great for an IP here. And obviously, if you fire with that double, that killed everything.
And Exist then decides to go for the Scar 20. And this is one of his not his pocket strats, but it's definitely one of his plays that he likes to do because he is very good with the Scar 20 on this map in particular. It's the only map that he'll pick up the gun on. So when Exist goes for the Scar 20 on Inferno, you know they're feeling pretty comfortable.
And why wouldn't they? They're about to get a 10th round here as the Auto Sniper just basically saws the Alternate members to bits here. And Forest up in the apartment's going to take down TCN as well. It will be 10-4 here. Alternate, the best they can do is another round at the end, and hopefully they'll have some money to make it work.
Yeah, Flash, Forest. I mean, right now you're right. You know, they just need to have money to buy. If they can get that 5th round in this half, that would be maybe enough for Alternate to get things going for themselves. If they were to pick up the pistol in the second half, they would be able to probably run it back and get into a tie situation. But it's all on this last round here for Alternate, and we haven't really seen them put any kind of aggression towards Banana. They've really been getting not predictable, but showing that they really want to get, control of apartments, get up into mid, second mid. They've been focusing on that part of the map. So I'm curious if Alternate now are going to try and change it up and maybe put some early aggression on Banana just to try and rattle NIP a little bit. But it doesn't look like it. They're deciding to just play very passive right now and wait out the nades.
Yeah, they're not feeling it at all. And then IP going for their grenade routine just to try and clear anyone out. In fact, they're putting 3 people up there, so if Alternate had been doing that, it might not have ended too well anyway. Forest checking second mid, not finding anyone, but he will find God B down there, and it's got to be annoying. And the smoke is going to allow him a clean entrance back to the A bomb site. So it's all planned out in Forest's mind there.
Yeah, that all works out perfectly, right? Fiflaren taking a peek down mid, drops Tijan down to half HP, or half 5 rather. Molly could be brutal. It's going to be Forest actually going for a peek, and SMN is going to pick him up. So now the question is, where do they decide to go from this situation? It's a 4-on-4 now. Alternate now have a way to get onto the site. 3 members here for NIP still. They still have some good nades on Alternate as well. They could try and smoke off pit and just try and work their way in.
Well, opening kill here for Get Right onto SMN. Exist can't see a thing, and he's not going to pick up the kill currently. Prox will take down Get Right, and now we're getting into a close situation here. Alternate, a lot riding on this round for them. They're going to take down Fiflaren. Sonics with a headshot and Exist as well. Now Freiburg in a 1-on-3. Great play here from the German team. That's exactly what they needed. 5 rounds. If they win the pistol, maybe it's enough. I think it's going to be tough, but still a lot better than 4. Freiburg looking for the clutch here, but how is he going to do it? He's got no grenades right now. He's got the kit and an AK, and they know exactly where he's coming from. I don't see this happening. Even for Freiburg, this is a bit of a stretch. He's going to go down to Sonics, and Alternate will pick up the 5th round. Very nicely played. Gotta say, I am impressed by how well Alternate was playing here.
I agree.
10-5 for a first half is actually, against an IP on Inferno, that's very good.
It's solid work. It's definitely solid work. So, 10-5, yeah, okay. We're going to get to it now. There's been a bit of a commotion, but 10-5 is definitely the place to be right now for Alternate, especially after having lost so many rounds in the half. Towards the end there, you know, they got off to a strong start, but then they were never really able to chain anything together against Nip. So picking up that 5th round now puts it within workable distance. Like, now they can actually get something done in the second half. 11-4 would have been a very, very tight game for Alternate, but now Pistol goes in, and Tijin gets spotted out at mid. Just a short exchange of shots and not too much damage dealt.
Oh, well, welcome to the show. If you're just joining us, it's the second half here. Best of 1 on Inferno, Alternate and NIP for Dreamhack Stockholm. And already, SMN with a great opening double headshot right here. Exist going to charge in, burst fire being used as well. Get right in for Flaren, get the kill, but Sonics is going to take down for Flaren, looking for another headshot. Not quite going to happen, but he does drop Exist very low, and Prox, they're both stuck down in the pit. This is a horrible position for NIP.
Actually, this is a bit of a problem. Yeah, they go for the smoke as well. They're just saying, okay, you're not getting out of that pit. There's still a minute left, though, so Nip have some options, and look at this. They're going to try and go for the boost. Does Forrest get up here fast enough? He's looking for the angle. Doesn't spot anybody holding the angle there. Prox, he now knows that Forrest is up high, but they're really trying to change things up here.
How are they going to get... I mean, eventually the smoke's going to get away soon, and actually Forrest is going to use the smoke to pick up the bomb instead, so that's kind of clever.
Oh, look at that! Forrest, Exist sneaks his way out, he uses the smoke and gets out into the site, and Forrest just chucks him the bomb. Forrest is still playing from pit, lands the headshot on God B. Aprox now in a 1v2, the tables have turned.
Yeah, it's going to be a really tough clutch once again. Prox coming in looking for the kill on somebody. Exist would be the best target, but right now the bomb is planted so great for NIP. Going to be 1 grenade down. He's looking already, not finding anyone. Exist is far away. He's not going to get picked off at all. Prox is going to have to find him here, and Forrest running up. Prox doesn't get the kill. It's Forrest instead, and NIP do come out on top of that 2-on-2, and that's pretty great. That is not an easy position to fight your way out of.
That's incredible that they managed to sneak their way out there. Exist, when he jumped up on the truck like that, I'm like, they're going to check. He's going to get caught there because it does take you quite a bit of time to actually get out from that position. It's a very slow creep and crawl, but then Forrest uses the smoke, picks up the bomb, and then manages to just lob it over to Exist onto that site. That was marvelous play from Nip.
Oh, and
very creative.
Very sad for Alternate because they were so close to having their round. SMN with that double headshot, it felt like they were just about to do it, and that could have been a really great way for them to get back in now. SMN again, more headshots raining in. He's playing really well today.
Yeah, he is. He certainly is. He's making the difference right now for Alternate in his play in apartments on this T side, and now managing to get 2 kills in that pistol round, but now starting off strong in this one as well with that P250. Looks like he wants to take another peek. He could potentially find somebody here. He does manage to dink Exist, but it's not going to be enough to get the job done. He's going to get taken out.
Well, it's another 2 Deagles on Alternate. I'm a big fan of this.
What is it, like the Danish Deags?
Yeah, more Deagles.
More Deagles everywhere, man. Just ask Forrest.
One of them is actually in the graveyard. I think that's Tisian holding over there by the A-bomb site, and Sonics has one at Archway as well, so this could be pretty cool.
Sonics. Waiting around the angle. Get Right's going to go for the nade. Just nades noob corner. Make sure that nobody's going to be hanging around there. Zonix gives away his position, and it's Freeberg, the master of banana, the king. And he gets taken out by Aprox. Not expecting that one. They're going to defend this to Galil, but he's not even interested. Aprox, he might as well have a rifle. He's got a CZ.
NIP are a man down. If they lose one more here, that could be terrible. And Exist is very low on health. They're going to be walking into the B-bomb site here. There's only 15 seconds left. The Swedes, they're going to have to move quick. They are having one guy wrap around. That's Get Right coming up from behind. But Prox picks up a second kill and Exist here. And almost gets Forrest killed. So now 6 seconds left. Got B over by Flowers. It's a 2-on-3. The bomb is down.
Yeah, this anti-eco is really rough here for Nip. There's going to be 3 guys closing in on them. Rifles picked up now as well. Zonix, he's got full Kevlar helmet. He could really put up a fight here. Get Right's going to have to land a sick headshot on him to shut him down. Double AK play here for Nip, and there you go. Forced to Get Right. Instant frags, and they just walk into the blender. Nip playing those positions down to perfection.
Oh, man. I feel like Alternate are being treated, well, not unfairly, but I think if, you know, whenever somebody looks back at history and looks at this match and, you know, says, how did NIP or how did Alternate do here? They're going to look at the score and they're going to see 12-5, and it's much closer than that right now. Alternate are actually playing really good Counter-Strike. They're all the time just a few frags away from taking not just a few more rounds, but a lot more rounds.
Yeah, that's what's making the difference right here. A couple frags here and there. If SMN picks off Exist at the beginning of that round rather than getting picked off in turn,
yeah,
that changes everything, right? So it's very close margins here, but that's what CS is about. It's always close margins. Nip right now, however, are just calmly walking their way through this much weaker eco round here from Alternate. No armor picked up for Alternate. Just a P250 on Zonix right now. They're not going to want to spend too much money because they're trying to save everything they can pretty much in going into the 19th round, which is going to be Alternate's first buy round here. But Nip are casually going to walk up onto this B site and get a bomb plant. So not a whole lot that Alternate can do apart from get into positions for exit frags.
Yeah, so good scouting mission going on there. Exist didn't really have anything to lose, like apart from body armor, so he just walks into the B-bomb site, checks, sees there's nobody there, and then he calls for the backup to arrive with the bomb. So that's smart.
That's really covered. Now if Forrest, get right, just kind of cleaning house. It's not going to be a whole lot here. Alternate is going to get caught out in apartments, and that's going to be 13 rounds here for Nip. 3 rounds away from securing their first match and putting themselves into the winner match of Group A. 8 teams competing in 2 groups.
And it's Forrest and Get Right top fragging right now, as it should be, right?
Well,
IP, right?
that's actually...
It's been a while.
Yeah, that's what we want to be seeing here. That's going to relieve a lot of the Nip fans out there because, you know, Forrest and Get Right have been a little wonky lately, but it seems like Get Right winning Gamescom, maybe that's what he needed. Maybe that's exactly what he needed to feel confident in his game again and start carrying hard because right now, yeah, he's got 20 frags up there with Forrest, and those are the 2-point guys that you're looking at for Nip to really be sitting at the top of the scoreboard. That's how things are supposed to be for the team. You always know that if the Florida's top fragging for Nip, there's a problem.
His own statement as well.
His own statement, exactly. He said that. I mean, he's capable, but if he's up there on the scoreboard,
it means somebody else isn't doing what they should be doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Sonics all the way up at the apartments here, and Alternate have rifles. They're very, very far behind. But they haven't lost the game yet. There's still a chance they could come back into it, but they need to win a lot of consecutive rounds here. Need to have a rock-solid defense on the second half.
Yeah, and I like to see this Freeberg again. And for a while, Nip were deciding to put 2 guys up in Banana, having Exist pair up with Freeberg to try and take over Banana. But it looks like Freeberg is content to be the master again, the king. There's only space enough for 1 person on that throne, Anders. And it's Freeberg's throne. So he's taking it back right now, and he's actually just going to be the man trying to ferret out any kind of weakness here in Alternate. But it's going to be a quick play up short here for NIP. They've got 20 seconds left as well. Not a whole lot of time. They need to land some good shots, and Force is going to start off strong, picking off SMN.
And tries to bunny jump through. It's actually kind of fun. Now it's just Sonic's the only one left at the A-bomb side. He can't really do anything. He can try and stay alive, but Forrest will take him down. It's a good headshot down in pit. And
I would love to get an overview of the A site right there because those smokes were a thing of beauty. They were just cutting up that site completely from the pit. You couldn't see anything at all. You couldn't see short to sight. It was just a wall of smoke. So there really isn't a whole lot that he could do in that position right there. I do like that Nip are out and hunting these guns. They don't want to let Alternate try and hold on to these. It's going to be a crossfire setup here for Alternate, and God B's going to get the kill on Fifth Lauren. But everybody else is closing in for Nip right now. They're coming in through CT. Aprox holding on the other side of this truck. He's going to manage to pick up Freeberg. Exist will get the kill. And is it just going to be God B holding onto his gun here? And it will.
That's all they have left. 14-5. 2 more rounds for NIP. And they walk away with the first victory here at Dreamhack Stockholm. The first match being played right now. It seems like it's going to happen, but...
Are they not going for a force?
No. They're fighting potentially for overtime?
They're fighting for overtime. Interesting. Okay. Alternate, they're willing to take this fight. They're saying we're going to play perfect from here on out and take 10 rounds in a row versus the major champion team. This is going to be very, very tough here for Alternate. SMN has already picked off 1 guy, so they've managed to find an opening into a site. Aprox is going to get overwhelmed on the B site, and that's the defense crumbling here. Alternate, they're going to lose total control.
The thing that I kind of regret about what they're doing here is that they've actually been playing really well with the pistols, so sort of feel like maybe pistol armor wouldn't have been such a bad choice anyway. But
the CZs.
Yeah.
They came very close. So there you go. Headshot from Tijan instantly. Picks up Freiberg, or rather Exist. Freiberg is going to find him. But I mean, you're right. I mean, they have become very close with those CZs. And I mean, just with the pistols in general, you go pistol armor nade and put some good pressure out there. I mean, look at this. Zonix is lighting him up. We're into a 2-on-2.
Some beautiful deagle shots. He almost gets the second one there through the smoke. Does tag get right down to 53. Gob saving his AK like he should.
Yeah.
But it's going to be 15-5 here. Match and map point for NIP. I don't know. I feel like Alternate, if they go back and look at this whole VOD of this match, they're going to be really upset about how close they actually were. Maybe not to winning it. I don't think it's fair to say that Alternate were in range where they could really win the match a lot, but they could have made this much closer.
They certainly could have. And towards the beginning, especially in the T side, right? Nip winning those 2 rounds after their first buy, I think that was kind of where all of a sudden Alternate started to struggle, and it turned around. They were able to pick up the pistol round and pick up the following rounds. And Alternate, since that point of Nip being able to buy up and shut them down with rifles, it's really been a touch and go since then. So they're definitely going to have some things to study here. But SMN starting off with a kill off of Flaren is certainly going to be a good start in this crucial round. From this point forward, Alternate have to win 10 rounds in a row.
That's a really effective grenade landing on Freiburg assist down there. So, yeah, that's a good start for Alternate. Maybe the 10-round dream is somehow still alive out there.
Real?
I don't know. I'm not a big believer in it right now. I don't think Alternate are going to be able to do this. I'd be stunned if they are able to pull through right now.
That would certainly be... I mean, last night was a night of 12-3 comebacks, but if they can manage to do 10 rounds in a row versus Nip, this would be a thing of beauty. This would be going down in the history books, no doubt about it. Let's see how Nip decide to evolve this game, because right now they know that SMN is low. They've tagged up a couple of guys as well. So the man advantage, it's there for Alternate, but just barely. It still makes all the difference that he's alive, however. So Nip are still facing a full roster here, a full lineup for Alternate. And it's going to be Get Right kind of lurking about. Smoke goes down to block off Library. He could try and work his way into Arch. He spots out God B, goes for the Mad Spray. Is he going to find a target, however? No, he is not. The rotation is already coming out here from Alternate. It looks like that's all the information God B needed to start getting into a position to help his mate over here on B.
Yeah, Prox all the way back to site. Maybe they can do this. Gob is very close. If only they could get flashed in somehow. TCN goes down. This smoke is going to prevent him from seeing anything. He's going to be walking casually through. This is a big risk. He reveals himself. He's still got to pick up the one. The second killing. Gob B saves Alternate in this round. No bomb plant happening right now. And Get Right is going to be the only one surviving. That was... that. Oh, and he goes down after the time has run out. So he's going to lose a lot of money from that.
That's going to hurt.
That walk through the smoke, that is such a big risk, but he did it just perfectly.
Yeah, and you got to admire that he actually walked through. So they had no idea. Look at this. Exist caught completely unawares. Freiburg, easy kill there. God B played that down to perfection, no doubt about it. And for it to work that way, Nip, you know, yeah, I'm sure they were expecting at least either a flash or a step to give away God B if he's going to try and rush through smoke like that. But God B, nerves of steel. Now it's going to be Alternate, you know, playing well so far. They're going for a bit of a Nip style as well. Although they do take over Banana and they're willing to peek. This is the difference here on their CT side. They are still willing to peek in apartments. So they're not playing full passive over on the A side while B side is, you know, being controlled here from Banana. They're willing to still peek over on the A side as well, which is potentially a little bit dangerous, seeing as how you can assume that Nip are going to be heavily gathered over around in apartments and mid. So if there is a pick for Nip on this side of the map, it could get out of control fast.
Both Prox and Sonics have taken a fair bit of damage already, which is a problem. And NIP are still playing this really slowly. They're setting up in second mid. I'm wondering if they're going to go for some grenades over. You can see Forest right now. I think is it Forest or Fiflaren? Someone's setting up in second mid right now. I think it's Fiflaren right now, ready with the smoke.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to just cover this site, and I'm wondering if they're gonna go for the same smokes that we saw in that last round. Okay,
yeah.
Smokes down, balcony everywhere, just covered. They don't want the defense to be able to see anything here.
Yeah, SMN doesn't really care about it. He's just going to be taking on 2 people with the M4. SMN's been having such a great game already here, but it might not be enough. It's still a 2-on-4. The bomb is not going to go down, and that's Sonic's picking up that one. Get Right in a 1-on-3 with 10 seconds left. He's going to make it a 1-on-2, and he's finally going to fall down to Tizian. So another successful defense coming out here from Alternate, in spite of NIP trying for that smoke play over by Pit.
Yeah, and do they go for it? There was that gap there, and SMN continues to impress. It's going to be SMN in this position. And this gap in the smoke right here allows him to do all the work. He gets 2 kills again. He's been so effective on that position for Alternate as well throughout all of these rounds. So his teammates really being able to lock down the site with his help, and it's going to be just a straight buy here. I like this play here from Nip because Get Right, he had a lot more money than his teammates. So it's not the end of the world if he spends 3,700 here, gets an AK, gets armor, and just tries to do something with it.
But I actually think the mistake was with NIP in that last round, because you're right, there was a gap in the smoke for SMN, and that's how it should be. The whole point is that those smokes are only for Pit, they're not for inside the bomb site, which means that the rest of the NIP members should have been coming out of apartments in the meantime, and that would have left it really hard for SMN to do what he did, because he would have had to focus between quad or apartments, and that's really hard. His teammate in Pit probably can't help him all that much.
Well, they had a smoke that went down on balcony as well. So what they would have had to have done is jump into, or jump straight into Pit and just try and catch Sonics off guard like that.
Yeah, jump out towards the bomb site from apartments, just out of the smoke. It helps a lot having that smoke to get out of apartments.
Sure, sure. It's
I
just
think
full
NIP,
yellow, right?
yeah, I think NIP were a little bit too confident in just taking the fight with the SMN, and he shot them down. So they could have played it smartly, I think, a little bit smarter than that.
All right, let's see how things go here. Prox closed in on. Bit scary there. Exist has got the deagle as well. Tijan is looking to try and flank these guys in. Nip, they want to die basically before this clock runs out. This is an eco round from them. It would be catastrophic if they weren't able to get killed. So there we go. Alternate do them a favor. They're going to get picked off, and Nip are going to have ample money to go for a healthy buy here.
It's great. I mean, it's good to see that there's nobody right now on the alternate team that's underperforming in terms of nobody is just completely given up and is out of the game or anything like that. They're sticking in here. They need to win another 7 rounds in a row to try and force the overtime, which would be a huge achievement. But I don't know. In my opinion, Alternate have already shown that they've been preparing for this event. They've definitely not just shown up and as like a second-tier team and feel like, oh, we'll give it our best shot. I think they came here to win. SMN with a good headshot on Flaren, and TCN's going to take down Forest, but the kill is returned swiftly by Exist.
Swiftly indeed, but there's still the man advantage here on Alternate, so they do come out ahead in that exchange. They're trying to find somebody trying to peek out on short. It's going to be Get Right just leading the charge. And now he's got an M4 to play with as well, so he's going to be pleased about that pickup.
Yeah, Get Right going back to set up a smoke, and great flashbang here, but SMN still goes down. I think that was a bit of a mistake there. Probably should have been able to get up that kill. Now it's just one guy down in the pit trying to hold alive, and I think it's Sonic's holding in the pit. Great flashbang again, and that's going to be the kill on Freiburg. 50 seconds left here. The bomb is dropped, and they're going to go and pick it up again. Sonic's has to stay alive, and Exist will pick up a second. That's a third kill for the Swedish captain, and the bomb gets planted here. It's a Prox and Gobby trying to retake the bomb side.
Yeah, oh, they're looking towards pit, but then the infamous smoke is going to go down, and now life gets very difficult here for Alternate. Rushing through that smoke, it's a death sentence, and they realize that they're going to try and double up on short. So smart play here from Alternate, deciding to go together if they can. And yeah, Gobby, he calls his mate over. He gets spotted out from pit, however, and Exist is still waiting. But if Exist were to peek at short right now, this could be big. He stops Prox from getting up onto the site. That's Get Right finding that kill, and Exist will get picked up. It's all down to Get Right now. Gobby, he finds the shot, and he finds the kill, just rushes in, but there's no time.
Yeah, that is so sad. And the initial shots they put through that box could have definitely gone through, but NIP win it 16-8. So, as expected, I would say NIP come out with a victory, but I think Alternate, they showed a lot more than I was expecting here.
Yeah.